2021 Senior English offers 3 different courses for students. For your set plans, you need to choose one course that is the most appropriate for you and suited to your learning pathway. This slide is an overview course structure of Senior English. Every student must successfully complete an English course, and the following course structure demonstrates how results contribute to your QCE and ATAR. General English and Literature have 4 units, and students need to achieve satisfactory results across all units to contribute to their QCE points and ATAR. Both courses include an external assessment. Essential English is the applied course. No more than one applied subject can contribute to an ATAR calculation. Results contribute to the QCE, and this is a 4-unit course as well, but there is no external assessment. Here is a snapshot of all 3 courses: General, Essential and Literature. For each course you will see the unit titles and a brief overview description of the course. There are 4 units to be completed per course. Some of the texts are also shown. For all courses you will need to read texts. In general course there will be persuasive, analytical and creative writing, and you'll be reading literary, non-literary and popular culture texts. For literature there will only be analytical and creative writing. The text that you will read will be literature texts and come from a prescribed list. Essential English, you will be writing in persuasive and analytical genre and some creative writing. The text that you read will be media and popular texts. Students who are following a vocational pathway may be considering a different tertiary education pathway via TAFE courses, or prefer to study a broad range of popular culture texts should consider this course. The features of this course is that there is no external exam at the end of Year 12. However, there is a common internal assessment in Year 12 Term 1. This common internal assessment is set by the QCAA. They set the exam and the stimulus, but it is administered by the school and marked by the Essential English teacher. There are 3 assessments and 1 internal QCAA assessment. This slide for Essential English shows a more detailed snapshot of the units and the assessment. All units are averaged and weighted for the same 25%. There are 2 spoken presentations and 2 extended writing responses. Students have opportunities in Unit 1 and 2 to experience and respond to the types of assessment they will also encounter in Units 3 and 4. Here is the course structure of the general course. You will see there are 4 units for equal weighting. There are 3 written extended responses of various word length depending on the conditions, and 1 spoken task 5 to 8 minutes long. The genres in the course of study are similar to what you will experience in Year 10, particularly in Semester 2. However, there is more challenge and rigour in this curriculum with the demands and expectations to successfully meet the criteria. Mary MacKillop College is excited to offer the Literature Pathway for 2021. Literature students will enjoy reading and have a passion and interest in literature. They will want to be challenged with complex texts, enjoy creative writing as well as analytical writing, and currently achieving A to B grades in Year 10. Teachers have also made recommendations for students who they believe will benefit from studying literature. The general course also has a literature component, but the difference with literature course is that it will only be literature that is studied. This snapshot of the literature course and assessment shows again that there are 4 units of equal weighting. There are 3 written extended responses with varying word length and 1 spoken task, 5 to 8 minutes long. The complexity of task, concepts of the text studied, and assessment develop creativity in writing as well as analytical, and this is progressive. There are greater demands of ownership of work. For example, the imaginative writing component has a demand of 1,500 to 2,000 word essay. One significant difference from literature general is there is no persuasive assessment studied. In summary, the differences between the two courses of literature and general are as follows. All texts are works of literature from the Literature QCA prescribed text list. There is analytical and creative writing genres only, no persuasive writing. Students need to love reading. There is a complexity of the course's evidence in the texts that are studied and the concepts. For general, there is a range of literature, non-literary and media texts studied across the 4 units. Analytical, creative and persuasive writing genres are studied and developed. And students need to read all texts. Some texts may be not as challenging in comparison to the literature text list. During the time of set planning, it is important that you make informed choices. And so to end this presentation, there are 3 myths that have become part of the narrative around choosing whether you should study literature course or general course. So I'm here to finally bust these myths. Number 1, literature is harder than general. That is not necessarily true. The complexity of the course comes from the texts that are studied and the concepts of literature that are also studied. There is a concentration of higher order thinking skills, but these skills are also in the general course as well. So there isn't one harder than the other. This is more about which course suits you and where you are in your English journey. Number 2, there is more ATAR weighting in literature. This is not true. Both courses have 4 units and they're worth 25% each. And lastly, literature is for extension students. Again, this is not necessarily true. The course is for students who love reading, have a passion for discussion, want to develop and experiment and extend their writing skills in creativity and analytical skills. The most important thing is if you are unsure about which course you should opt for, the best thing is to talk to your teacher, talk with your parents, and finally come and talk with me, and we will help you and support you through your decision making.